What's up, Crypto Nation? Welcome to Bite Size Bitcoin and B90X Day 29 Bitcoin 90-day challenge. Today, we're going to be talking about moving averages, one of my favorite tools to use when it comes to not only cost averaging, but looking for those entry points, guys. So let's get into moving average, one of my favorite tools. Here we go.
B90X. Bring it. Bring it. This is the act.
Alrighty guys, this is actually one of my favorite tools to use. It's called moving average, and moving average is really powerful for finding great entry points, especially with cost averaging. We're going to get into that in just a little bit, but let's first describe what is a moving average and what makes it so powerful. So first and foremost, there's there's several types of moving averages, but we're just going to give you two: simple and exponential moving average. A simple moving average, as you can see down here, is adding the closing price for a number of time periods, the total of, so you add up all those time periods, the closing price over several time periods. So an example of that would be, let's say maybe the closing price over this time period, you add them all up and you divide by the number of time periods. So if there's 12 time periods here, then you add up all these closing prices and then you divide by 12. What a simple moving average essentially does is it smooths out volatility in the market. And this is fantastic for traditional markets, which generally move relatively slow. In traditional markets, they tend to use a simple moving average because it does smooth out the volatility. And the two averages they use is a 50-day and a 200-day. Now, we're in cryptocurrency, guys. We're looking at that Bitcoin. So for us, simple moving average doesn't quite work, and the reason is because cryptocurrency is so volatile. And so in cryptocurrency, we like to use EMA, which is exponential moving average, instead. So let's describe that here. The exponential moving average, or EMA, is similar to simple, but weight is given to the latest data. So we actually add a lot more weight in terms of the last prices of sorts. It gives it a little bit extra bump. Okay. Traditionally, in exponential moving averages, we use the 12 and 26-day exponential moving averages. These are the most popular. And what these end up allowing us to do is create an MACD. Now, you probably heard me use these terms before, MACD. What MACD stands for is moving average convergence divergence. Ugh, that sounds really expensive, but you don't have to worry so much about what it means. You just have to know what it tells you. The math behind it, if you're wondering, is the MACD is the 12-day EMA exponential moving average minus the 26-day EMA. So let's bring it up. Let's talk about it. Here we go. So you probably don't have EMA on your screen right now. If you're using tradingview.com, the best thing that you can do is you can click on indicators and you can type in MACD. And you'll click on this right here, MACD. What this will pop up is this window down here. Oh, I love this window, guys. It's a great window. Okay, so the short-term moving average is blue, and the long-term moving average is orange. And the long-term moving average is orange. So what do we do with this? This is such a powerful mechanism to foreseeing momentum. That's the key word here. What the MACD, or the moving average convergence divergence graph, allows you to understand is momentum. How is the market moving? Is it moving upwards? Is it moving downwards? Is there a lot of momentum in terms of buying pressure? Is there a lot of momentum in terms of selling pressure? This is very powerful. So before, and I think this is really important for anyone who is investing and or trading, I think it's really important to pull up the MACD before you make a call. So let's talk about this. How does this work? Okay, so we have two different types of crosses. We have the death cross and the golden cross. Death cross is pretty simple. Death cross means that the short-term moving average has crossed over the long-term moving average, moving downwards, okay? The golden cross is what you really want to see. The golden cross is when the short-term moving average moves above the long-term moving average. An example of that would be right here. Okay, so how do we use this? Let's look at the tips, and then let's use a couple examples of how I use this. It's really cool. So the tips are, number one, the MACD, or the moving average, allows you to derive a trading entry signal. Now, whether it's selling or buying. MACD is awesome for cost averaging. So let me show you how I use it. It's really, really, really powerful. Okay, so here we go. Let's just say we're over here. We're over here right now. Okay, we see that the short-term moving average, the blue, is taking a dive, meaning the momentum in the market is shifting, the trend is shifting, people are looking to sell off more. Whenever I look at this MACD, let's just say we're right here today. We're right here today. If we go up, that would be something like right up, right there. My line's not too straight. So right up there. If I see this, if I see it tipping lower, going lower, what I do is I count off 3 sessions. I count off 3 sessions to see whether the pattern or the trend is verified or confirmed. If so, we count off 3 days. So 1, 2, 3. This brings it down to here, right about here. Yes, it looks like the short-term moving average is going to do a death cross and cross the long-term moving average, which means, and the angle in which this is going to be crossing is pretty sharp, which means if you're going to be selling, now would be the time to sell, because the MACD tells us that the momentum in the market is towards the sellers and supply has increased, so people are going to be selling that stuff off. So you could take some profit taking. Now, another way I look at it, let's say we're down here. Now, if we're down here and it looks like it's hovering really close to the long-term moving average, and it looks like it's going to cross. And so I would want to wait a couple sessions. So let's say we're right here, going straight up. So we're about right here. Okay. I would want to count off 3 sessions. That's generally my rule of thumb. You guys can choose whatever you want. But I'd choose 3 sessions. So 1, 2, 3. So if we're at here, we come down. Let's see if I can make this straight line. Come down. And we are right here. Boom. So it looks like it's about to cross the long-term moving average, which means momentum is moving in the market towards buying and moving the stock price up. So for me, this will be a fantastic opportunity to get in because the momentum is moving upwards. We're on an upward swing. And if we were to buy right here and it would continue to go up, you'd end up with a nice, solid profit taking. I love it. I love it. I love it. Same idea up here. If we're right here in the day, and it's starting to plateau a little bit, it looks like it's going to start dipping down. I count off several sessions. So if we go up here, I count off several sessions, 1, 2, 3, which brings us about here. And coming down here, it looks like it's going to do a death cross and cross the long-term moving average. So if I wanted to sell, might be an opportunity to do so and to get some profit taking. So MACD is so powerful. It's so powerful for finding really awesome entry points, especially if you're swing trading or if you're just cost averaging in. Now, how does cost averaging work with MACD? Well, it's pretty simple. I, for example, smash $100 every month into Litecoin on Fridays. As well on Fridays, I also smash $150 into Bitcoin. Now, I can choose any time throughout that day to smash money into it. So what I'm generally looking for on Fridays is when it's dipping to its lowest point within that day, and hopefully when the momentum is moving back upwards, not downwards. I don't want to buy it on a downward swing because it's going to continue to go lower. Now, some days I don't have time and I just smash, $100 into Litecoin, $150 into Bitcoin because it doesn't matter because I'm cost averaging. But that doesn't mean that if I have the time that I shouldn't at least buy at a more opportune time and get a lower price for my cost averaging. And so every Friday, if I have the time, I'll go into Bitcoin and Litecoin and say, okay, well, where is it on the MACD? Is the momentum moving downwards or is it moving upwards? And if it's moving upwards, that's when I'll pull trigger. If it's moving downwards, maybe I'll wait a couple hours and see if it's going to pull back up and get a better entry point. So this is MACD. This is moving average. It's a wonderful, wonderful tool. It should be a de facto tool in your tool belt whenever you're looking to get into a trade. I hope this tutorial was helpful on moving averages, simple and exponential moving averages. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to drop them in the bitcoin.pub. I'd also love to see for today if you guys have any examples of how you're using MACD to make good informed trades so that you can live that wonderful crypto lifestyle. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, what's up? If you enjoyed this video and you're new here, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. But wait, there's more. We love building stuff. We want to build more, and we want to build it bigger, and we want to build it faster. And we need your help to do it. Our Patreon subscribers, our pub crawlers, our crypto pirates, and our cryptonauts are helping us build even more of the content that you love and enjoy. And we want to build even more. As a Patreon subscriber, you get behind the scenes access of news, information, and events that only subscribers have access to, as well as you get to have your direct hand in helping us build better guides, tutorials, walkthroughs, and mobile apps like Android and iOS apps for the Crypto Nation. Plus, you get to call yourself a crypto pirate or a cryptonaut. What's better than that? If you're interested in helping us build this spaceship, I'd love for you to consider becoming a Patreon subscriber at patreon.com/pub. You can click this link over here to find out more information on that. Thanks so much again for watching this video, and I hope to see you guys either on the spaceship or in the Bitcoin pub. Thanks again, guys. We are going to the moon.